I am hand sculpting each one of these devices from scratch using plaster and building with plastics and foams, and it's an art every step of the way. Veterinary orthotics and prosthetics aren't an exact science, it's really more of an art. I was working in the human prosthetic industry for a couple years, and one day a veterinarian brought her dog named Charles to my human facility, and luckily my boss quit that day. And the veterinarian was sitting with her dog, a black lab named Charles, for about 3 hours. And I said, I've never helped a dog before, and I gave it a try and it worked, and I had such fulfillment and gratitude from not only the veterinarian but the dog, that I realized this is the fulfillment I always want from each patient, and I started animal ortho care back in 2005. So we do a lot more braces than prosthetics. It's a lot more common for an animal to injure an ACL like we do. So an ACL is just like what we have in our knee, and it's called a CCL for dogs. They tweak their knee, it's a ligament rupture, so we put a knee brace on the leg to stabilize it, and then eventually the ligament will scar over and they don't need surgery at all. So we're actually saving people lots of money. Surgeries cost between $3,000 and $5,000. A lot of times vets won't tell you that we can stabilize with a knee brace and you can avoid surgery altogether. So we're saving you a few $1,000s with this device here. That's the gold mine. Have to do it a certain way. Since there's only about 10 of us in the world that do veterinary orthotics and prosthetics full time, not a lot of people are in close proximity to these facilities. So we do allow caretakers to cast their own pet when necessary, or we send casting kits to veterinarians around the globe to cast the patient and ship that cast to us. So I helped a couple elephants in Thailand about 4 years ago who lost their legs from landmines, and from there I just kind of overnight became the elephant man. And so whenever an elephant, no matter where it is around the world, has an injury, I seem to get called upon. So Jabu, the African elephant from Botswana, he actually fell into a termite hole and he twisted his wrist really bad, so I was able to make a brace to stabilize the leg so he wouldn't get attacked and so he can get around, because if an elephant can't get around, then he can't live. Every day I get kind of a new request and a new challenge, and I like that. But how did I get there? I don't really know. I think people just kind of saw something and then they realized that I could do it, and they reached out. I really like it better this way.
I just want him to live the last few years of his life, the best he can.
It still gives me, goosebumps where, you fit a dog and he is starting to regain his mobility. That joy you see, that smile, that sparkle, that wagging of their tail. I get such a joy out of helping animals.